Hey guys, it's me, Myasia. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not new, welcome back. For this video, I am going to be really getting personal with you guys and just talking to you guys about my experience and my experience with God and how amazing He is. And I hope that my video / my testimony can really make an impact to some of you guys. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So let me tell you my background story first. So back when I was 19, I'm currently 22 now, but back when I was 19, me and my fiance at the time, we ended up moving into our first apartment, and we didn't even live there for a month before it got burned down. But when I tell you guys, literally when we first moved there, we realized it was a mistake. Like, we kept complaining about the neighbors because they were so loud. We were on the bottom floor and there was like a top floor of other people above us, and they would come down the stairs because the people on this side, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so this is us. This is our apartment. This is the people here, people above us, and other people above us. And we kept complaining about these people, and these people, because they all knew each other. And we were the only ones that was just still ourselves. And they would always come down to hang out with this people right here, which is in front of us. They would be on our patio and they would be making all this noise and just leaving trash everywhere. We kept complaining to the maintenance people about it. I was even doing my research trying to figure out how could I break that lease, because we realized that that was a no-go. But before we could even break our lease, God was like, I'm gonna bless you guys with getting out of this situation. So our apartment ended up burning down. Yes, of course, that was a misfortunate for us because I was pregnant with my first son, and we lost everything we worked for. We lost everything in that apartment, but then God put us in an area that we really wanted to be in. So we ended up staying in a hotel for 30 days because our insurance covered it. And what's crazy, I was thinking about not having insurance, y'all. I was like, why am I paying for this monthly? This is stupid, you know? Like, why do I need insurance for my apartment? But I'm so glad that we did, because the insurance covered us to stay in our apartment for 30 days. And they did fund us some of the stuff that we lost, but not everything, because they said we have to have pictures, receipts, and all this other stuff. So we just lost a bunch of things in that source. When we were staying in the hotel, I had my son literally, I would say a couple days after we had to leave that hotel, because after we left the hotel, we stayed with my mom for a little while. And that's really when we started getting discouraged, because we couldn't find nothing. We just started spending money, and we really didn't want to be living with my mom. We wanted to move back out on our own again because we just felt like it was a misfortune for us. Once we found that place, we ended up paying rent twice. It was the deposit, like the first month's rent deposit, and then the next month we paid the rent too. And then that was the last time we ever had to pay our rent for that apartment. We lived there for almost 3 years and did not have to pay rent, not once. God literally paid all of our bills. Like, I have proof and documentation of how many times that He actually paid our bills, and I am just very blessed and thankful for it all. And I just wanted to walk you guys through it, because when I had my son, I went through postpartum depression. I felt
Disclaimer, in the next clip I do talk about mental health, so I just want you guys to be aware.
Harming myself, and I ended up having to go to behavioral health. And when I went there, I was there for about a week. It felt longer than a week, but I was there for a week. And due to that, I lost my job. And due to me being there, my husband lost his job because he couldn't do everything by himself. He was too worried about what was going on with me. So due to that, we wasn't able to pay our rent. We ended up getting behind, and we got so many like last call notices. And then I started doing my research on who could help us pay our rent. They paid our utilities and they paid our rent. And I tell you, it was a huge freaking blessing. It was a huge blessing because they paid it for months. They paid it for months, y'all. Literally, I would say they honestly paid our bill for like 8 months straight, right? We was behind, and they paid it for 8 months. And then on top of that, I was still over here looking for a job. I could say there've been times where I did have a job, but my mindset was so strong on, you know, I want to do YouTube full time. I don't want to work for nobody. So why am I working this job? My mindset wasn't there the way that it needed to be. So I started leaving the jobs I had, and that's really what got us behind again. And all I kept doing was praying to God that we did not have to backtrack basically and move out. And lose our place. And God was like, no, I will find you somebody. So I ended up finding somebody else that could pay our rent. They paid it for 5 months straight. And I don't know why when we kept getting our rent paid for, why we didn't just be like, okay, work, save, work, save, work, save. But we wasn't thinking like that. We was still thinking how we don't want to work for nobody. And we just kind of seen it as like a lavish moment. And we was very appreciative of, like, you know, God paying for it, but we wasn't showing it really when it came to like, okay, this is our time to grind. This is our time to work. Cause we only had one child at the time, and that was our son. And so there should be no reason for why we wasn't working, but we wasn't, and God provided for us. He always came through, even when we felt like, you know, we're about to get kicked out, we have nowhere to go. But God always showed why. And I know, like, one thing that I tended to do a lot, and I still do to this day, when I'm praying to God, you know, I thank him for always providing a roof over our head at all times. And I feel like once you're talking to him and you're talking like, thank you for this, thank you for that, he shows you exactly why you should be thankful for the stuff that you are thankful for. You know what I mean? Y'all, this is the story of how God paid our rent for the whole entire time of us staying at the last place that we lived at. If you currently are going through the same thing that I went through, I just want you guys to know, do not give up. Do not get discouraged. God got you. Just give it to him, and I promise you, he will show you exactly why you should give it to him. When I say that strongly, because there have been so many times when we lived there where I was just stressing, writing about how much I pray our rent gets paid. And he showed us, your rent will get paid. Stop stressing, my daughter, because I will show you exactly why you need to just give it all to me and let go. Let go and trust God, y'all. That's exactly what you need to do. And I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to turn on my post notification button. And I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video. I love you guys. Peace.